Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Josie and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Josie's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. Little tiny corrections and a little bit of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Josie's going to come home with her training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, she is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is simply proper leash walking. It's walking without dragging you, walking at your pace, focusing enough to, if you turn, she turns. And the job that you have with hunting dogs is keeping their nose up off the ground, because once she drops her head, she's leading the walk. So you want to keep her head up off the ground, keep her focused on you, and each time that you stop, she has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And her automatic sits are beautiful. Rich is not telling her to sit. She's doing that on her own because he stopped. And you'll see him give that little correction when she drops her head.
Stay.
This is your sit stay. It's a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, you do not use her name. Your homework will be to practice the amount of time she can hold it and the distance that you can go, and you want to do a 3-minute long sit stay within the next couple months. And she's heeling nicely. She's keeping pace with Rich. She's got some eye contact going on, which is not easy for a sporting breed. Nice. Now she can still be crazy Josie, so you're going to have to be firm with her.
Stay.
Rich leaves her in another sit stay. He turns to face her, and he is going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command. Makes her hold it. She comes right in and sits in front of him facing his knees. And with Josie, with the come on command, you have to keep your tone pretty level, because if you're too happy, she comes and launches herself, and if you're too firm, she crawls in. So you walk a fine line with her with that. Rich will demonstrate that again for you. He leaves her in a stay. He walks out to the end of his training leash, and he calls her. And his voice was so quiet that I couldn't even hear it, but she knew what he wanted. Even though he said it softly, she understood. Now the next commands that we're going to demonstrate for you are a series of down commands. The first one is down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, left open palm, straight down toward the ground, one-word command to down, one-word command to stay. You can practice your stationaries right in your house, and ultimately your goal for her would be a 5-minute long down stay. Rich returns back to heel position, praises her for a good job, and they take off heeling again. Nice automatic sit.
Down. Stay.
You're down from a heel position again and stay.
Oh.
Now she popped up, so Rich told her no and makes her repeat the command.
No. Stay.
She has to complete it. Don't get frustrated. She has to complete the exercise the way it was taught. This time he calls her in. She sits. And we're going to attempt the distance down with her, so we'll see how that goes. This is a harder of the two downs because you're not right next to her, so you're going to leave her in a sit-stay. You're going to face her in the beginning. Don't go too far away. You're going to use your right hand to give the command. That was perfectly done. So we have demonstrated for you Josie's formal on-leash obedience commands. She's done a good job, especially for a sporting dog, puppy. She has come a long way in a short time. We're very proud of her, and we will see you soon. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training.